What's good everyone, it's Chambers from chambersmixedit.com, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make beats faster and more efficiently. Having a good workflow is definitely important as a producer, especially if you're working with an artist in person. You want to be as efficient and as quick as possible. So I'm going to teach you a few shortcuts and a few different techniques that you can use to be able to work faster when you're producing music. And before we start, just want to mention in 2 days on my online class, I'm going to be dropping the second R&B production course. The first one dropped last month, and now I have the second one coming out in 2 days. Really excited about it because I love teaching about R&B and really teaching about the chord progressions and how intricate that they are. Really go in depth about chords and melody and bass lines, drums, mixing, structuring, everything. So go check that out, chamberscourses.com. So much more content available besides that one course. I would really appreciate it if you signed up. All right, so we're in Minecraft today, and the first thing that I want to show you guys about being more efficient with your workflow is using a template. So most people when they start up in FL, they'll see this. It's completely empty, right? Like there's nothing there. And when they add in their drum sounds, they just add them in one by one from the browser or whatever. And it kind of takes up some time. So if you start with a template and you start with drum sounds like already set up in here, ready to go for you to start making a beat immediately, it could really help you get to work faster, right? So here's how to make a template. Let's design one right now. So I'm going to go into my go-to drum kit, the undeniable drum kit, available at chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. All links in the description and in the comment section for you. And I'm going to get like some basic drum sounds. These aren't the drum sounds that I use in every single beat, but they're great sounds to get a beat started. And you can swap out the sounds later on if you want. So we'll do like an 808, get a hi-hat, maybe a snare, and we'll just start out with that. So let's say like this is our starting template. We got an 808, clap, hat, and a snare. Now you can add as many drum sounds as you want for your template. You could have plugins ready to go. Like if I wanted a piano ready to go, just add a plugin, boom, I got a piano every time I open FL. All right, so now here's the important part, which is saving your template. So you want to go into File up here. You want to go into Save As and follow along. I'm on a Windows, right? So you want to go to PC. You want to go to Documents, go into Image Line, go into FL Studio, and go into Projects. And here you'll see templates. As you can see, I already have some templates already set up for myself. So you could title it whatever you want. I'll just call it beats for now. And then what you want to do is close out of FL Studio. And then when you reopen FL, we're blank again. But now you want to go into File, you want to go into New from Template, and then here's your template now, beats. So when I open that up, everything's already here. Piano sound ready to go, drum sounds ready to go. Really, it's up to you what sounds that you want to use, but they're already selected and they're already here, and that subtracts the time that it takes you to get these sounds, right? So that's going to speed it up for you a lot. All right, time for step number 2, and that's having your loop folder ready to go. So instead of like going into folders in your computer and then dragging and dropping loops in from there, a very common technique among many producers is to just have all your loops and drum sounds already in the browser. A lot of you may know this, but I'm still going to teach it to anyone who doesn't. So the browser is right here, and it makes it very convenient for you to just drag and drop any sounds that you need at any given time. So if you're working with loops and samples, you're going to want to put them in the browser, so you don't have to go through your computer, go through all your files, and then just drag it and drop. You could just go straight to the browser and all your sounds are right there. So for example, if I want to have easy and quick access to my loops, I have them right here. Just click them to preview them. You just drag it right into FL Studio, and then imagine you already have your template set up. So you got all your drum sounds, boom, it's as easy as drag a loop in. You already got all your drum sounds selected, you can get right to it. Now, if you're interested in these loops, they are also available on my website at chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. But let me show you how I got these loops into the browser in the first place. It's very simple. All you do, go to Options, go to File Settings, and then you just want to click an empty folder here where you have some space. And then go onto your computer and find where your loops are located. See, mine are right here. You just click it, you hit Select Folder, and then it's added. And then it should appear right in your browser for you to have easy access to it. For the next technique, I'm going to show you guys about mixer presets. Definitely speed up the process of mixing. So for that, I'm going to just grab some sounds from the undeniable drum kit. So real quick, I'll just make a little drum loop. Very simple, right? So I'm gonna route these sounds into the mixer. So mixing presets are very helpful because imagine you're mixing a song. Instead of mixing your drum sounds like pretty much the same way each and every time for each and every single beat that you do, and like taking the time to grab the EQ or the compressor or whatever, you could put it all in a preset, and at the click of a button, you can just apply it to the sound that you want. So let's see for a clap. If I want to mix my clap, I add an EQ, and let's say I cut some low end and add some high end. And let's say for a hi-hat, I want to add an EQ and just cut the low end out. And let's say for an open hi-hat, I add an EQ, do the same thing, cut some low end. I'll add like fruity chorus at halfway mix level. And I want to save it, right? So what I'm going to do is right click and hit rename. I'm going to title this one clap. I'm going to title this one hat. I'm going to title this one open. So to save this as a preset, you want to right click, hit file, and then you want to hit save mixer track state as. And it will take you to this menu. And these are all the presets that I've already created for myself. And pretty much you title it what you want. Let's just title it like clap preset. And then you hit save. And then you would do the same thing for the hat. So again, you right click, you hit file, you hit save mixer track state as, you do like hat preset. Do the same thing for the open hat. So now let's clear all of this out of here. Mixer is completely empty. Let's take those drum sounds again and route them back in. So now here they are again, unmixed. So instead of me going and taking an EQ for the clap and for the hi-hat and for the open hi-hat and the chorus or whatever, all I have to do is right click, hit file, and I come down here into my preset menu. And remember, I saved it as clap preset. I just find it right here, click it, boom, it's already titled as clap. You don't have to rename anything, and the EQ is already in here. Now you can do that for your clap, your snare, your hi-hat, your 808, percussion, cymbals, whatever. Do it for as many sounds as you need. If you like to mix your pianos a certain way, you just set it up and it's at your fingertips every time. All right, and now moving on to my last technique of the day, and that would be flagging your plugins as favorites. Instead of scrolling through the menu trying to find the name every time, I have them all in a specific folder, and I could get to it immediately and get any plugin that I want at any time. This is my folder of all my immediate plugins that I want to use. Everything else is pretty much just stock plugins, but these are like my go-tos that I need quick access to. So I'm going to show you how to create that. Let's say you add a new VST to FL Studio and you would want to add it to a specific folder for yourself. We'll just do FL keys, already stock plugin in FL. You want to come to this drop down in the top left. You want to hit add to plugin database, flag as favorite. Click that, and then this is going to pop up. It says please select or open the plugin database category to describe the plugin, and you just want to hit OK, and it opens this menu in the browser. And now from here you'll be able to add your plugin to your own list for yourself. So these are all the ones that FL has already, like controller, drum, MIDI, patcher, sampler, synth class, whatever. What I did, I made a special folder called X. I called it X because it's at the end of the alphabet, so it's going to appear at the bottom of the list, so it's easier for me to access to it. So in order to create your own folder like that, you want to right click this, hit Windows Shell menu. Then you want to hit open. Now we'll open the folder in your computer, right? So here again is the menu, controller, drum, MIDI. You see all the stuff that matches the browser. What you want to do is right click, add a new folder, and let's do like secret sauce plugins. So then to add plugins in FL Studio to these folders, you want to come over here into the folder that you created. Click this, then hit that drop down again on FL keys or whatever plugin you're using and hit add to plugin database again. Now it says FL keys will be added to secret sauce plugins. And then you want to hit OK. So then the next time that you go to add a plugin, look at this little folder that we created called Secret Sauce Plugins. We got FL keys. Now you can just add it immediately. But like I said, the way I have it set up, I just called it X so it appears at the end of the list alphabetically. And I pretty much added all my VSTs into this one spot. But yeah, those are my 4 essential tips to improving your workflow and working more efficiently when you're producing music. I hope that you could learn something today. Remember, the drums that I used as an example was the Undeniable Drum Kit, my go-to, chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. And keep in mind that 2 days from now, my second full-length R&B production course will be released on my online class, chamberscourses.com. All links are in the description and in the comment section for you. Really looking forward to you guys joining the online class and learning a ton about music production, engineering, music theory, placement breakdowns, all that stuff. Subscribe if you're new, leave a comment, let me know what tutorials you guys want to see in the future, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Peace.